Brandon Gill is becoming a star in Washington, D.C. for his ability to look directly in the face of these Democrat witnesses, ask them very pointed questions, and make them admit to some of the most insane things that I have ever seen in my life, including how millions of dollars of our taxpayer money is going to the most absurd initiatives overseas. You are not going to believe the things that we are not only spending our money on, but the things that they are openly saying, yeah, this is fully within our American interests. Literally, it's absolutely bonkers. Let's get right into it. But before we do, my name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's get right into it. He starts by talking about the fact that we Republicans are trying to cut back government waste, abuse, and fraud. But the Democrats are always very, very upset whenever this happens. And he starts off strong. Let's get right into it.
I'd like to remind them that every time Republicans try to do that and audit where government money is going, they try to stonewall us. So I hope that they will get on board with protecting the American taxpayer. I think as it relates to foreign aid, to the extent that we do engage in foreign aid, it of course should advance American strategic geopolitical interests, our commercial interests, and of course should help ameliorate major humanitarian crises, but it ought to be rooted in realism, which is a recognition that we have strategic interests abroad that we ought to advance, and it ought to be rooted in a rational conception of the way the world actually is, and not the way some leftist secular bureaucrat at USAID believes the world should be. I think that forcing transgenderism and novel sexual fetishes on more traditional cultures does not advance American interests. It alienates the United States on the world stage.
Yes.
We've also seen USAID money going to oppose many of our allies abroad. Madam Chair gave a few examples, and I'll give a few more here. We've seen USAID money funding efforts to influence elections in India against Prime Minister Modi. We've seen our ally Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban accusing USAID of funding left-wing media outlets that are opposing him. We've seen USAID give $12.5 million just last year to the American Near East Refugee Agency, whose staff openly called for violence against Jews. The refugee agency also funded projects of the Unlimited Friends Association, which is a proxy organization for Hamas. This is not advancing our strategic interests abroad, and these are not promoting American values. Mr. Unger, I've got a couple questions for you. You've mentioned USAID as representing American ideas in action. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you believe
that is what's called a setup question right there? You believe that USAID supports American interests, right? Just wait to see everything he lists off here.
That spending over $3 million for being LGBTQ in the Caribbean is a reflection of American ideas in action?
I believe that the programs that are focused on global health
just
and
yes or
food
no
security,
is fine. Yes or no will
the programs that in global health and food security and economic growth are absolutely
I'm
in
not.
the interest
I'm
of
talking about being LGBTQ in the Caribbean. Is that a reflection of American values? Yes or no?
I believe the programs that you're referring to are a reflection of
I'll
human
take
rights.
that as a yes.
I want to stop it right there for a second, because can you believe that this man can look, and I love how he says, I'll take that as a yes, because of course it's a yes. Of course the guy thinks that these initiatives and these programs are somehow in the interest of the American people. Honestly, I'm of the belief that if liberals and Democrats and people who voted for Kamala Harris, if they want to be the ones to send money to these causes, then by all means, let it happen. But do not force the rest of us to foot the bill for this absolute insanity. Being LGBTQ or whatever in the Caribbean is something that sadly, even if it was a penny of your tax dollars specifically, that's disgusting. That has got to be on one hand, I can believe the things that our money has been spent on, but on the other hand, I still can't. But this is what we are living through in America, I guess. Thank God President Trump won the election. Wow.
What about spending $70,000 for the production of a DEI musical in Ireland? Is that a reflection of American ideas in action? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great.
That's crazy. $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland. I mean, it would be a waste of taxpayer dollars to spend 70 grand on a DEI musical here in the United States, let alone in a foreign country. And he says, yes, that is a representation of American values. This is who the left is, guys, and they're just saying it without, in plain sight.
Great. Do you think that spending $2 million for sex changes and LGBTQ activism in Guatemala is a reflection of American values?
The information that you are using is
Yes
so
or no?
faulty that it doesn't
It's a yes or no
describe
question.
the USAID projects.
No, that is a direct description of what we're spending our tax dollars. Do you think that sex changes and LGBTQ activism in Guatemala
is
an accurate reflection of American values abroad?
Is
It's a
that
yes or
data
no
coming
question.
from Doge?
Is that a yes or a no?
What I want to understand
This is
the
a
data
yes or
coming
no
from
question.
Doge? Because they counted the same
I'll take that
USAID
as-
program three
You're not going to
times.
filibuster. Reclaiming my time here. We'll go to another one. How about $1.5 million to promote job opportunities for LGBTQ individuals in Serbia? Is that a reflection of American values?
Providing job opportunities for allies around the world is absolutely in the interest of the American people.
Well, I would like to maybe challenge you if you really believe in promoting DEI. I've got about 20 seconds left. Then, in giving jobs to somebody based on their minority status or the color of their skin or their sexual proclivities, you might want to consider stepping down from your job and giving it to somebody who has more minority points than you do.
Well, if that were what
With that, I
DEI
yield.
is about,
My time
maybe
is
I would,
over.
but it's
Wow, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. He straight up says you should step down from your job and give it to someone who has more minority points. Guys, we're paying for LGBTQ jobs in Serbia. In Serbia. What is going on? What is going on in our country? Thank God President Trump won this election. If he hadn't won this election, we would just be paying all this money. I truly can't believe it. I cannot believe what we're witnessing here, you guys. So anyways, please let me know what you think about this video. Please let me know what you think about this insane spending spree. And I'm literally left speechless that this is what the left is. They want our aid going to all of these initiatives. And it makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. Please stay tuned for the next video. Make sure to like this video and comment below with your thoughts and subscribe to the channel. I'll be talking to you soon.